shape. All these men here are in shape to run under an hour. But there's a difference between 58 and a half and 59.10, 59.20. And you really want to save something. You've got to be strong in the last couple of miles in this race. It's not the sort of race where you want to be hanging on at the end. I can tell you the women's race, Profit Machuka, what she's managed to do is obviously force the pace herself, but it's meant that Joe Davey has fallen away. And you can see Joe's probably now about 40 metres behind at least of these four. But with the exception of Profit Machuka, it's having a cracking race to be fair, and as Brendan said, resurrecting days of old here. And has gone exactly that 8th mile, 5 minutes again, so her last 3 miles have been running 15 minutes. And that's why Joe Davey struggled to stay with this. This is very good running. I mean, if you think there's confirmation of that, Profit Machuka, the best, goes back to 2005, 68 minutes 11, and she's running within that time. She's running inside that sort of time here, and if she were to maintain this through, not only is she giving the big names here a run for their money, she could be heading for a personal best. Long way to go though, of course, but good running so far.
New York Marathon winner Jelena Prokopchuka really stretching. The last 3 miles have been impressive, but look at the Olympic marathon champion. She looks as though she's keen to get on terms with Prokopchuka. Tirinish Dibaba, the great Tirinish Dibaba, following just a few yards behind, and then Edna Kiplagat, the world champion, and Joe's not been able to stay with those last 3 miles. Joe Pavey running strongly. If she just keeps at it, she's got a really good chance here. She's run a good solid opening part of the race. Now she has to work hard. You can tell she's digging deep there. Deep in concentration, deep in effort. Joe Pavey getting good support from the crowd at all points here. They've watched Joe in the Olympic Games. They've admired her for many, many years. We saw her finish 3rd here a few years ago. She plans to run a marathon later this year, but for the moment, Joe's got to work at it and work hard. She's running impressively. She could go close to her personal best. The race up front's a little bit quicker than that, but it's good to see Joe still digging in. And there's the leader, Jelena Prokopchuka, with 3 champions behind her. Olympic champions, world cross-country champions. And Tiki Jalana there, the marathon runner, fantastic performance she had when she won the marathon in London. She looks to me as though she's running well and really wanting to get on with this race, because she knows how good Tirinish Dibaba is in the later stages.
The Olympic long jump champion going for an Olympian effort with high fives, I think there. Greg Rutherford. He's a pretty good sprinter, Greg. He's a good 100-metre sprinter. I'm not sure he'd ever fancy running a half marathon though. Maybe one day, who knows. So many colours, of course, wearing them, many of them, most of them probably wearing the vests and the t-shirts of the various causes of charities that they're running for. More of their stories later on, of course. For the meantime, though, concentrating on the elite fields and the men, maintaining very good pace here. The women, it's a solid pace, but this is a little bit more impressive from the men. The group of 5, there's a big gap there. You can see just going through 5 miles as they head towards the White Men Pool roundabout. Little downhill section here. These next 2-3 miles are the quick miles. If they maintain a good pace through here, then we could be in for something pretty special. But enough talent, and with the likes of Keegan and Kogo and Beck pushing the pace on, if Kipsang can stay with her and who knows be strong enough in the last 2 miles, we could be off to something